Welcome to Margo show. Today we're going to have a beautiful girl. She's a blogger, very successful blogger, and she's going to tell you about herself. Okay, her name is Ingrid Madison F.
Hello, Margo.
Okay.
Thank you for
Hello.
having me in your show.
Okay, thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Ingrid,
you.
for coming.
Thank you so much.
So just tell us about yourself. How you get to this blogging.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you for asking. I actually came to the realization that I wanted to become a blogger about a year and a half ago. I retired from modeling and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wanted to write perhaps a book or something, but I just didn't know what platform. And on a trip to Silicon Valley in San Francisco, I was sitting outside a cafe and I noticed a lot of the technology people were reading blogs in the afternoon on their time off. And I figured I have a list, a plethora, I should say, of bad dates. I have a list of therapist appointments. I have a list of luxury travel. I have a list of technology news, list of restaurants, a plethora of things that I wanted to share, beauty advice. So I came up with this idea to maybe start the blog, because why not share this list with the whole world, because we could all use beauty, luxury travel tips, and I just felt that it was a wonderful platform to be able to share years of this list that I've created to everyone. And I always had people say to me, have a blog, share your list, your beauty
Very
tips.
interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So, where you publish your this magazine, or what is it?
It's a lifestyle blog that is published through WordPress, and basically it is worldwide publication.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fascinating to see how the world comes together through these blogs. I've met some of the most, the nicest girls and men from all over the world. And it's very inclusive. It brings much unity and many good feelings of connectedness to the world, because you're writing from the heart. You're sharing a variety of different lifestyle, exchanges, ideas, information. And it's an opportunity to bring you closer to South Africa, Australia, anywhere in the world, Kenya, like places where you never even dreamed of virtually being there, but you feel more connected to the universe and all of us as a collective nation. So it's really beautiful experience, I should say.
Unbelievable, very interesting. So you just told me that you're going somewhere, very interesting places. Can you tell where you're going, where you're planning to travel?
Yes, I'm actually going to Greece in a couple of weeks, and I do write about luxury travel. So when I am going to these different places, I write about them. In the blog, I do blog posts. For example, I'm going to Greece, to Mykonos. So I will start the blog by describing what Mykonos is, give a small history of it, the island, the restaurants to visit, lounge, clubs, what areas to go to and not go to. I also describe the people, which are very warm and lovely. And most likely I will share this with the world again, because this is really my true passion, to be able to give people that have never been there a perspective or just a view of the beauty that I'm seeing, and I want to be able to share it.
Very nice, very nice. So how long are you doing this?
1 year and...
Just 1 year?
1 year and 1 month. Yes.
Ah, 1 year and 1 month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is next steps that you're going to do?
My next step would be to have a beauty skincare line within 5 years. So this would be amazing. That's affordable, natural, and I just noticed that there's so many brands that women spend money on, hundreds and thousands of dollars. But you're really not spending you're spending the money on the marketing, the publicists, you're spending the money on glass that's hand blown from France. You're not really spending the money on these ingredients. So what I'd like to bring to women's skincare and men as well in the future is natural ingredients that don't cost a lot of money in lab work and chemistry to work, but really be able to bring it to everyone that's affordable and get results without having to spend so much money.
When it's going to be? I'm
5
going
years.
to the first to buy.
5 years. I'd hope to do this in 5 years.
Oh, in 5 years?
In 5 years, I want to first. I post daily, so I'd like to build the blog, and then perhaps maybe work with some companies in developing the skincare line in the future. So that's really the ultimate goal.
So
And
I have,
besides
to
to grow
wait I have to wait 5 years?
yes, so hopefully sooner. But I'd like to, and also be able to build the blog to be inclusive to other bloggers as well, and to give them a platform to feature their work, because there are a lot of excellent writers and people out there that haven't been given an audience. I'd like to be able to offer them a platform to do that as well.
Very nice. Okay, how will you describe your blogging style?
Okay, the blogging style is I speak from the soul, and I sometimes when people ask me what is the blog about, or I say it's a blog with a soul, because it delves into dating. For example, a bad boy. I just recently wrote why you need a bad boyfriend in your life, things of this nature, and I describe why, and I actually go into experiences that have happened to me in the past that I think would be of help. So I'm using my poison situations, relationships, and dating for everyone's medicine, so that they can be able to learn from the poisonous mistakes that I've made and be able to better their lives. And I want to be able to empower, inspire, and make everyone's life better through seeing them, reading through my mistakes, that, you know, or perhaps someone could even feel that they had the same experience, and that's how you get comments. But it's not so much about the comments and the likes, it's more about being able to help inspire and empower and bring self-awareness to men and women. There's so many different dating styles and also relationships. And I also speak about things of spirituality and how to bring peace in your home, how to, whether it's lighting a candle, having a plant. So a plethora of things that I incorporate in the blog to really help people bring in awareness so that they can live their best life, because it's really, we're here on borrowed time. So I figure if I'm going to make use of my time on earth, I want to be able to help empower, inspire others in this world, and sometimes worlds can get very complicated, especially now with social media. So I also talk about that as well. So,
so you use the social media to just promote your blog, or what?
Yes, I use Twitter. My posts go automatically through Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
And Instagram.
Yes.
So people already know you, more or less.
So, for example,
you have probably a lot of following.
Yes.
Because this
so
is really very
growing.
interesting subject.
It's growing. Yes, it's growing. So what happens is that I post daily, and I will put into the feed of Instagram that daily post. So people could pick and choose that day if they want to read that topic. It could be a topic on, the best under $20 drugstore products that are out for spring. And now, if you're interested in that, you could click and read that today's post. Or if you're interested in how to create more peace and joy in your home, you could click on that. So, or luxury travel ideas, how to travel like a millionaire on a budget. So,
can you tell us how to do this?
Yes, I wrote about it. And there's a variety of different ways, like TripAdvisor.
I love it.
Yes, yes. There's so many ways to do it. You could definitely travel in the summer on a budget. But it's in the blog.
In the blog?
It's in the blog.
So how much time you spent on all this blogging? This is probably Like the whole day you do this.
Yes, it is time consuming.
Very time consuming.
It is. It's very time consuming. I can spend anywhere between 16 to 7 to 20 hours. There are days I
Every
don't leave
day?
my apartment. Well, not every day, but
Every week.
so part of blogging too is you also collaborate and help and read and follow other bloggers, and this creates like a community, and you follow them, you read their blogs, and you comment, and hence what you give out, same like in the universe, you get back. You give more love, you get more love back into your life. So it's a nice exchange, but there is a lot of bloggers I follow, so it is time consuming reading their blogs plus writing my own, editing pictures, finding pictures, what I'm going to use for that day. So it can be a 23-hour day, depends. So I have to really allocate my time accordingly. But there are days where I'll take a blockation and say, you know what, today I woke up, I really don't have much to say, so I'm not going to write anything. So there are days that I give myself, I honor myself, because if I'm going to write about something on that particular day, I want to be able to speak from the heart or experience, or if it's a travel, I want it to be noteworthy, as well as the timing has to be right as well. It has to be, and I have to be in a place where I'm writing from the depths of my soul and not just writing to publish something for that day.
You're unbelievable.
Thank you.
Are you socialized also with this another blogger, or just writing, not just meeting? Only
Yes,
meeting?
I have. Actually, I have. Last year, there was a lifestyle fashion blogger that came in from Hamburg, Germany. And she reached out to me and said she was going to be in New York, and we met up and had a nice chat, and it was fantastic.
So you really meet them in person, a lot of people.
Yes, because a lot of them know I live in Manhattan and I speak about this. So they actually, some of them reach out to me when they're in New York, and I get to meet. I only met one so far, so that was fabulous. But I always welcome. I think it's an amazing network of individuals. And what's great about blogging is that you don't, sometimes some girls like me, sometimes I don't post images of myself. I always do other people, and I want to give everyone a chance. So it's nice to read sometimes without knowing what the person looks like, because you're only seeing what's inside of them, but not outside. But when you already meet them on the outside, you say, what an incredible person, because I got to meet the inside of you first, and then I get to now see you live. So that was an incredible experience.
You know what I know? That you even write a blog about me.
Oh, yes. Yes, it was quite inspiring, and I got worldwide comments from girls that are, millennials, girls that are like in their 20s, and they're just getting through life, and they're trying to rediscover and take a chance. And through your inspirational words, you're able to say to them, take chances, give yourself the opportunity to try something different, get out of your comfort zone and infinite possibility. And that's a message that is so nice to really give to the universe, and especially young girls that are stuck in a routine or unsure about school. And you really inspired so many women. Thank you for.
So you got a lot of response for this blog?
Yes, absolutely. A lot of heartfelt responses, and everyone said, thank you, Margo.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'll have to show you in the comments, because when you're in your 20s, life can be very uncertain. There's a lot of unknowns, and you become very impatient, and you really don't have or find your way until much later in life. And your insightful knowledge gives someone an opportunity to really see it through your perspective. And you're, an evolved individual, and they read your words of inspiration, and it really can help spark something truly positive.
Very interesting.
Thank you.
So I think you should start lecturing people. You have to.
Wow.
Yeah, because this is very interesting what you're saying.
Thank you.
You probably have to make lecture. You can make lecture in Museum of Russian Art.
Okay.
I can put.
I'm happy to do it.
Everybody will be happy to listen to you, because this is something
Thank you.
very interesting subject.
Thank you. I'm happy to do that as well. I always feel that we have to go through certain journeys and struggles in order to share them with other people, because everyone is having their own struggle, you know, especially now with the pressure from social media and a lot of girls, young girls, comparing themselves, and what this does to someone's self-worth, self-love, self-care. And it's good to just be able to have some awareness or perspective from someone to say it's okay to feel this way. It's okay. We all have gone through it. And now with so many people having some anxiety and mental health issues, I think being able to speak to them from a bit different perspective would be helpful. So I'm always happy to empower.
Okay, so we're
Anyone.
going to do this. Why
Very
not?
exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Now, tell me, how you're going to go? You're going on a budget, or you're going like on a budget like a millionaire, or what? Or traveling.
Oh, well, actually, I am kind of doing this budget on Millionaire.
Few tips how to travel.
Well, on this trip, we rented a villa through Airbnb, and
Nice.
so we also did it with family members, so everyone gets to contribute. So some cousins and friends, so everyone contributes to the trip. So that's very nice. You get to stay in a really nice villa, but not pay as much because you're having other people with you. So in other rooms, and so this is a really nice way to stay in a beautiful villa without having to spend the price of the villa. Because you
good.
share it.
How about if I'm going alone? How can I go on a budget but feel like a millionaire?
Okay.
Or something like that.
Well, of course, there's many sites like kayak.com, and there's off days that you could travel. Not a lot of people travel on a Tuesday or on a
Tuesday,
Saturday
okay.
or a Saturday. So you pick really off times and you play with the times, and it'll give you between 5 to 7 websites that are offering, or even airlines are dumping their fares because they want to be able, they have a couple of open seats. So you can go on kayak.com and play around with the dates and times and get a really great price. So that's one for your flight. And 2 for your stay. Airbnb is really the best place, I think, to find a solid home. That's been also, you could look at reviews as well and see what other people's experiences have been. But it's a really great place to start instead of, and it also makes you feel like when you're traveling, like you're actually home and you're not away somewhere in a cold, fluorescent lit lobbies. You know, you feel like you're part of being in this new city or wherever you're visiting. You feel like you're a local. So it gives you that flavor. So that's a really nice way of staying in another country and experiencing it. And also Google Maps, everyone can download offline Google Maps when you get to your destination. So whether you're on a data plan or not, you can still look at a map. And if you're in a city, let's say like London, when I was in London, I took the tube everywhere. And I just used Google Maps for the train, and it gave me door-to-door directions. So that's great way, so you don't have to spend as much money on cabs or Uber. So you can there's always ways to travel without having to really break the bank.
Next time I want to go with you. Looks like you know everything. How to save money. But
Absolutely.
About flight between on Tuesday between 4 and 5 and 7 p.m. you can get the better deal.
You can. Well, it depends on the day, the season, and it depends on the timing of the airlines. For example, if you want to go to Europe, Ibiza. Let's say Ibiza. A lot of people love to go to Ibiza. Well, the highest price time to go to Ibiza is mid-July and August. So you might want to pick maybe late May and June. Things of this nature, yeah. So there's definitely places you can visit where it's not the peak time, but it's just about the peak time. And you could get in without having to pay the peak time price.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
Okay, so maybe you have another beautiful suggestion or advice that you can give us now about skin, for example, about your face, about your hair?
Well, skincare is very interesting because I like to follow the Korean, Japanese skincare
Oh,
because they are very fascinating. And of course French, beautiful. They're all beautiful. Every woman is beautiful in the world. But these ladies have taken skincare to another level. They use 7 steps, and it's quite intensive. For example, instead
yes.
of washing your face with just a regular base cleanser at night, we want to remove your makeup, you use an oil-based cleanser.
Oh, really?
Yes, and then you use your water-based cleanser. And after that, you use a serum. And they use essence. We don't even use essence. You know, I was never taught you use an essence, but you use an essence. And you also use a some kind of another serum, a treatment. And on top of that, a moisturizer. In the winter, I just learned this week that Dr. Abaji out of Beverly Hills suggests that we don't wear moisturizer in the summertime because you're not allowing your skin to actually produce the proper oils to hydrate itself, and you don't need as much. And he does not think that moisturizer is necessary at all. In fact, we can ourselves
Necessary
hydrate.
or not necessary?
Not necessary.
That's something completely new.
He said that in the 50s and 60s, women were forced to think that they needed it because companies wanted to sell skincare lines. So he said it's all a farce. It's not real. If you use a good serum, you got your sunscreen, you're good to go. You don't need moisturizer because you already can produce the proper nutrients within your skin, and it's letting your skin get lazy and not produce the proper oils. So he's against it. I think living in New York, where it's very high pollution, it's very harsh winter, I'm going to keep the moisturizer, an intensive one in the winter, but in the summertime now I weaned myself off of it. So I'm not using any moisturizer for the spring, summer. Instead, I'm just using the essence, the serum, and the moisturizer SPF, to avoid, of course, SPF is very important, and that's one of the things that is an essential to any skincare at all, whether it's winter or it's spring, summer, any season, you need to wear sunscreen in order to prevent all the free radicals and, deterioration of your skin cells. That's one of the most essential things, I would say, no matter what you do, no matter what time of day it is, even if it's a cloudy day, SPF. I really, one of the most essential things, no matter what you do in life, put on an SPF. It's so essential.
But anyway, you can save money on moisturizer.
Absolutely. And then there's another, there's 2 things tools that are very natural that have been used for many ages since the Ming Dynasty, and that is a jade roller. So a jade roller was only exclusive to queens and only exclusive in Asia to all of the different hierarchy because it's made out of real jade, and basically you roll it on
jade cleaner. Jade.
Jade. Yes, jade. So you use this jade on your face to lift and firm, and you do it 3-4 times a week. And it's a lymphatic drainage, and you keep it in the freezer. So when you wake up and maybe you're having a day where you had a little too much to drink the night before, too much champagne. So it depuffs your skin. It allows all the circulation. The lymphatic system has so many great benefits, and you just roll. There's a technique, I have it in my blog, but there's a technique that you use in order to brighten your skin and also get all of the blood circulation to lessen the lines under your eyes, also for your neck. So it's very interesting. And then there's another flat jade surface that's called a gua sha, and it's called skin scraping. So the skin scraping technique is more harsh. I would say it's harder on the skin, and you look very flush after you're done. And you just scrape up on each side, on your neck, on the side. And this is what Asian women have used since the Ming Dynasty. And it is, as you can see, Korean, Japanese, Chinese women are incredibly in good skin health, I would say, because of all of these very small and not expensive a jade roller could be $13 on Amazon or less.
Where you got it?
Amazon.
Oh.
Or a gua sha, it's $6, so, and it's very inexpensive, or $20, very good quality jade one if you wanted. But it's very simple steps in your skincare line, and you could use. They're not as expensive. You do it 3-4 times a week, and you don't even need a facial. And that was the other thing I discovered while blogging. After extensive research, you don't need to get facials. All you do is you could do it at home, your mask 2-3 times a week, or wear an overnight mask. You apply it before you go to bed. You're good to go. All the picking and pricking, all that does is like create more dark spots and hyperpigmentation in your skin. And you really don't need facials as long as you have a good, clean skincare. You cleanse, you basically tone, you're good to go, and you're wearing SPF. You don't need someone to, I would say facials are great for relaxation.
So, and everything like this in your blog?
Yes.
That's fantastic. That's amazing.
Yes.
I have to read your blog now, really.
One of my biggest things I like to promote is not spending as much on skincare. You could spend less than $20 for good skincare, and you don't need to spend more than $100 on a moisturizer or anything. It's not necessary.
Mm-hmm. Very, very interesting. This is unbelievable. You really can give a lot of good advice in your blogs, because I'm now going to follow this. I'm going to go on Amazon and buy this jade stuff.
Yes.
And what else I don't remember, but jade stuff definitely.
Yes.
Okay, we're running out of time. We finished. Thank you very much for coming. This was very, very interesting.
Thank you, Margo, for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ingrid.